Good morning. It is Wednesday, another studio day. I am wearing what my boyfriend likes to call the potato sack dress. I think it's cute. Anyway, this morning I am working on a new New Yorker comic. So yeah, I officially have 2 comics with them now, and I pitched another one which they have approved, so I'm working on that, and it'll be run in July. Is that how you say it? But in July it'll be run at some point. I don't know which day. They post every day on their Daily Shouts comic, Daily Shouts. So I don't know which day in July, but it'll be in July. So I want to get it done before July. But I'm kind of like going back and forth whether or not I want to do it traditionally or digitally. The last one I did digitally. The first one I did traditionally, and then I scanned and edited it. So I think I'm actually leaning on doing it traditionally like the first one, just because I want to be able to kind of do both at the same time and not have the style. The styles are varied, but they're just going to be flipping between those two. So maybe my next comic, if I pitch another one and they approve that, I'm going to do it digitally. So it's like a shift. Okay, so I just did the lines on Photoshop for the first comic. It's like the first comic where there's a series of little comics within a set. So it's gonna take a while because now that I've decided to do it traditionally, I have to print it out and work on my desk. So I'm gonna do that. We got another plant. This is from a friend of ours, an aloe plant who came over on Sunday. So it was like a housewarming gift. I actually repotted it into this bigger one because the pot she gave me was this one, and it's really cute. This plant was actually upstairs in my room, up in my shelf, but I decided to bring it down here because I wasn't enjoying it as much up there because it's not visible. So I put it down here in this nice new pot, and look how wonderfully it's doing. So I really love this plant. My ivies, they're supposed to be fast growing, but they're doing all right. I hope they grow faster. I repotted my spider plant into this nice pot that I got from Dollarama. It's not bad. A lot of these pots don't have drainage, which is a problem, but these plants are okay without that, so it's all right. I cut my onions, and I'm experimenting on growing them a second time. So I cut them, we used them last night for our tacos, and then this is the experiment to see if they'll grow back again and see how many times I can regrow it from the same kind of bulb. Yeah, this ivy is doing well still. I hope it grows more. I check my plants every day, so I feel like they're not growing, but they are. It's just I check them every day. So yeah, so the big update is I planted all my perennials and all the plants that I have. Those are my tools, but I'll show you outside. There's nothing there, but I want to show you. I'm probably gonna edit that differently because someone was mowing the lawn out there, so it's really loud. I'll probably just do some text. Okay, so that's the update on the plants. I'm gonna go back upstairs to continue working, and I'll probably check with you guys after I've done a significant chunk of the comic.
Parang stick na, no? Kwadrado. Tapos, iano ko na siya, ilalagay ko na. Ano na lang, hindi na sa styrofoam. Ano na lang yung
papel,
crystal board na puti. Ay, kumusta?
Okay naman, pinanood niyo yung Raptors? Yung parade?
Hindi, nagpunta kami ng nanay mo.
Pumunta kayo?
Oo, alas 3 umabol kami.
Oh my God.
Nandun kami sa food court. Ay, nako, nakita namin sa 24, may barilan.
Yeah, food court saan?
Yeah, okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So
I have another commission to do for my dad. So basically where he works, he has this thing every summer. I don't know if it's every summer, but it's like a carnival theme thing, and he wants me to draw something. He usually asks my brother, but I think my brother's busy because my brother draws too. So I'm just like, yeah, okay. Last time I drew like a huge clown on a styrofoam thing. I really rushed it, and he was just still happy with it. So I was like, okay, yeah. So anyway, another commission. Probably when I come over next. It's funny. He was also telling me that they actually went to the Toronto Raptors parade, because if you are not up to if you don't know what's going on with the sports in terms of the basketball stuff, the Toronto Raptors, which is a Canadian team, they won the tournament. I don't follow it, but they won. So they did a parade in downtown Toronto, and there were like 2 million people who came, and he said that they went and they were at a food court, and they just saw in the news that there was a shooting. There was a shooting towards the end of the parade, which is really ridiculous and really embarrassing for that to happen in Toronto, but it happened. I was watching the news at work as it happened, and I was hoping nothing like that would happen, even though I knew something of that sort would happen. There's 2 million people there, and geez. Anyway, that's a tangent from today. I'm gonna get back to work, and I'm currently on the 3rd comic out of 7 of them. I think there's 7, I don't remember. So I'm taking a little bit of a break. I am creating an invoice for a project that I worked on back in April. It's unfinished. There were conversations in April, contracts were signed in late April, and my last email to this person was back in May 6th, thanking them for the update. And since then I haven't heard back. This is one of my pet peeves about certain projects and certain commissions, where people in the beginning are really interested in working with you, but then they kind of fall off the grid because either they lose interest in the project or it doesn't work out. I sent sketches and all that stuff, but again, I never heard back, and I don't know what's going on. So I'm sending them an invoice of the work I have done, and we'll see how they take it, because the contract doesn't say stipulate that. But if I have not heard back from this person for a while, I think it's in my right to say, you know, what's going on. Here is work I've actually done. I've actually written down here. This is the folder for the project, and you see these 3 entries. I've actually written down the amount of time I worked on the sketches and, you know, everything. So I want to do that, and if it's not, I'm going to do like a friendly reminder saying, you know, where's the project at? Are you going through with this? Here's my invoice for the things that I've actually done, because I don't want to be unpaid for like it's just like a few hours of work, but it's still kind of, I feel like if you're working with somebody, you don't leave them hanging for like a couple months, you know? So, okay, so work done. Okay, so the person got back to me, and it was as I thought. By the way we were communicating, they were kind of, it looked like they needed more of like a designer than an illustrator, because the direction I was going at, depending on how they were describing the illustrations they wanted, was more illustrative, and that's not what they wanted, and I was right about that. So they were like, thank you for the invoice, they'll pay it, but I don't have to keep my schedule open. So that's good that they told me why they were indecisive. They even said they were indecisive on the email. So it happens. Sometimes I already get the vibe that that's the direction it's going, where they pick the wrong kind of, you know, expert for it. I can't find another word other than expert. But if you're looking for a more illustrative narrative piece, go for an illustrator. If you're looking for a more design-oriented, you know, image, go for a designer, like a graphic designer, and this is where it was going. So yeah, it's happened to me another time before, when earlier in when I was taking art seriously, where everybody was like, oh, you can design my logo, you can design, you know, my logo. But I'm like, I'm not a graphic designer, I'm an illustrator. So anyway, let's see if the invoice gets paid, and I can just forget about it. I can just file it away. It's all done, and I can make room for more projects if they come. And hopefully they come. It's now noon, so what I'm gonna do is I pushed myself to finish the pencils for the New Yorker comic, which is pencils done on Photoshop. Then I printed it out on this paper so I can sketch it onto watercolor paper and paint it. But I'm going to do that tomorrow because I've been working on this for a while and I'm honestly bored of it. So I'm gonna leave that for a task for tomorrow, and I'm gonna switch gears and do some stickers and kind of plan my next t-shirt design, because I have been meaning to create more shirts and totes. I still need to go to the place to get my screens cleaned up, so that's gonna take it's gonna be a while before the shirts are out, because I also have to set up the garage. That's where I'm gonna be screen printing. If you guys are curious where I will be screen printing, because this studio right now doesn't have the space for that, at least I have the garage, so I'm gonna set up a table down there to do the screen printing. But it's gonna be a whole thing. I might do like pre-orders for the shirts instead of doing what I did last time where I just made them. So I will do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna shift focus and design some totes and shirts, or design a design. And this time it's gonna be 2 colors. I want to experiment with 2 colors, and since I have such big, you know, screen printing frames, I can probably do 2 colors on one screen and 2 colors on another, so I can have 2 designs with 2 colors, if you know what I'm talking about. Plus that's gonna be a bit more expensive because I have to buy different colors of fabric paint, but we'll see. We're just in the very early stages, so I'm going to sit down and do that. Pretty good. I don't know why Cricut does this. It always drifts. It might be my setup, because maybe it's hanging. Maybe try it on the floor. I took a couple pictures of this. So this is the sticker set that I did for Melissa. Melissa ordered, she's an Ultimate Parcel patron, so she, for this round of Patreon packages, she wanted like an ocean theme, sticker theme, so I did that. And I've taken pictures because I will be selling these on my store eventually. Once she gets hers, I put them up on the store. Because I really like how they turned out. She's the one who also ordered the magic theme sticker set, so this worked out really well, and I decided to do clear ones. I don't know if you can tell, but these are actually clear stickers. Let me show you the ones that didn't print out correctly. So these didn't cut correctly, but they are clear gloss. There, it's not focusing, but it's clear, but once you lay it down on nice white paper, it looks really nice. So yeah, I've cut one for her. Where is it? Where'd it go? It's somewhere here. Here it is. So this cut perfectly. I decided to put my Cricut on the floor because having it on the, I feel like having it on the chair, the mat kind of drags when it goes forward, so it shifts. But this one, it cut perfectly, and they look great. So these are going to be up on my store soon. Probably once I ship out probably in July, once the washi tapes have fully come into, and I've sent Melissa's copy so she can have hers first before I put it up on the store. But yeah, I really like how the gloss, this is clear gloss from Online Label, so they look really nice. I also got a clear matte, which I will try with something else. But yeah, those worked out really nicely, and they're really cute. Anyway, this is my setup. It's getting really hot in here. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I have 3 more shirts left. I have small sizes of Chill Kevin, so 2 of these are small. I'm selling the last Gleeful small Kevin shirt. I have another one left, which was my display. It's hanging right here. This is a small Gleeful Kevin. That's the last one. So once I sell out all of the shirts, hopefully, or have at least one left, I'm definitely gonna go full speed ahead with another shirt and tote design. It would be nice if I sold all of them, but who knows. I did keep one for myself, which is in my which I haven't worn in a while because it's like in the bottom cabinet, so I might wear that at some point. I need to remember to wear that because I really like the shirts. So You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna keep one for myself. I don't have the Gleeful Kevin design, but I don't actually have a design for the chill one for myself. But yeah, if you guys want the last shirts for the chill Kevin and one last one for the Gleeful Kevin, they're the last ones, so I'm not going to be reprinting them again. The tote sold out. I have one tote that is misprinted, but I'm going to be sending that to a patron. So if you want the last ones, I keep repeating myself because it's really hot in here, so I need to take a little bit of a break. I don't have an AC. I only have an AC unit in the bedroom, which we're not going to move because it has that hose thing, so it's just stuck there. Anyway, last few shirts, if you are interested in getting the last ones, they are small sizes. They are up on my store, so I'm not going to be reprinting them again. I put my hair up, but it doesn't really give me much relief. Anyway, so I thought I would work on my commission. One commission. I got another one over the weekend. Thank you so much if you watch the vlogs. Thank you so much for commissioning me. I did open up a few more spots for the $30 tiers. A $30 tier. For the $30 4x6 commissions. So I'm going to work on one today. And then after that, I think, I've been putting this aside because I'm like, I can only do it when I want to chill. But I do kind of want to chill. I feel like I overworked my hand a little bit from like corner rounding those sketchbooks last week, and then I switched over to like painting all day, so I need a little bit of a break. Plus at work it was a really busy like typing day. I was typing all day for the last few days, so I'm going to needle felt some pins. And yeah, so I'm gonna do the commission first. I did want to show you that I put up some frames. So I'm using the command strips for this. They are perfect, but the frames that I got from the dollar store, which houses a lot of my other, you know, prints and original artworks and stuff, don't have the plastic. So it actually does not work with paper. So a lot of them have like the fiberboard or something like that. It just doesn't stick, but it works for these frames. So I have Chris's prints up here. I really like them. I did put up some of my cork boards. These are actually held up by painter's tape. I know, I put a lot back there. And then I also have some cork boards up here held by painter's tape, which is excellent. They are holding up. They've been up there since the last vlog. So, and then I have one dollar store frame that actually worked out, and this is my original that I bought from Lickrottable or Lickrot. It looks really nice here, like right above the light, plus it's like a dark painting, so I'm like turning on and off the light, and yeah, I really love this painting. So yeah, I put that up there, and it's held on really well. Command strips, you can kind of see it, and that's it so far. I still need to get frames that again will work out with the command strip, so that's a thing for later, but I'm happy that I have cleared up this part of my studio on top of the printer, but I put stickers back here. I usually put these back over there. Yeah, so they look great. This one is actually held up by pins because it's just one. Yeah. it. I'm all done. So I'm gonna let this dry and package it up because, oh, scan it and then package it up. So yeah, thank you so much for commissioning me. I really need a break. It's what, like, it's 4:15 right now, so I'm gonna take a late lunch break and get back to felting after that. I changed my outfit. It's now 5:15. I feel like this vlog is gonna be a bit different because I don't really have anything to talk about. I don't know what to talk about. I feel like I've talked so much. Nothing's new. I'm just, you know, making stuff and trying to update the store or advertise my store and wait for jobs. I've been wanting to needle felt for a while because I haven't done it in a while, so that's what I'm doing today. And I'd like to get at least maybe 2 of those felt buddies done. And I'm trying to think of different like charms like this to make. I don't know if I'm gonna make any more Garbo stuff. It's a character that I created, but again, I don't know who's gonna buy that stuff unless I establish it as a character like I'm trying to do with Judith, the harpy. So yeah, I don't know. Just plugging away.
Sometimes, mysteries can arise on the internet that are so absolutely bizarre, so puzzling, and so inexplicable that I need a second pair of eyes on it to help. A Redditor recently reached out to me with a simple Google search to look into. They claim that they were with a friend, Googling their names randomly, and stumbled upon a rabbit hole that has gone absolutely untouched.
I apologized and told him only whatever was on the rack. He thanked me and walked away. I made accidental eye contact with him as soon as he stood by the rack putting the jeans back section. I was doing a lot of back and forth work with boxes from the back section where we kept all the items that were yet to go so loud. For anyone wondering why I decided to hide, well, I already assumed this guy was hanging around the store watching. I ran right past him, but he didn't grab me, so I continued to run until I found another stock room. I hung it back up and started walking around the aisles, suspicious as hell. To sit when I pee. The door to the bathroom opened and closed, naturally with fleet, and all I saw of their face was an eye. Then the whisper.
Rifle in hand. It was something along the lines of, if I ever called the sheriff while Grandpa had the guy at gunpoint. I suddenly heard.
Okay, quick update on my little figures. I decided to give him a body. So this is actually based on Kevin, my cat character. I might take a break from him and finish him. I don't want to do... He has like 3 spikes on either side of his head to make him look a bit more like a cat, but I gave up and I was like, I'll just do a head. And I did, and I put a pin back on him. But then I decided to give him a body. So I'm doing the stuff that I hate the most, which is symmetrical parts. Pretty much just like limbs. I don't like doing cylinders, like, you know, long snaky things, because it's very hard and it pokes me a lot. But I'm gonna try and finish that. And then this was just like a practice thing. I wanted to do something different. So yeah, I always try to, like, I'm comfortable doing these kinds of things, and I think he turned out really cute as well, so he's another pin. But I wanted to try something different with this, so I did, and I don't necessarily know if this is going to be sold or just given away as a Patreon thing, because it's still turning out really cute. It's not like my, you know, these guys, because I know how to make them, and I think they're really cute that way. This has has more room for improvement, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm tempted to just leave him like this without limbs, but it's kind of weird. Anyway, it's been good, learning a lot here. So yeah, the next thing I do want to make is a frog. I've been wanting to make like a felt buddy that is a frog, so I might do that next after I take a dinner break, because I haven't had dinner yet, and I want to take a break from the upstairs because it's getting really hot up here. Sorry if I'm keep complaining about the temperature, but you know, you gotta be comfortable when you're working long periods of time. So yeah, that's the update on this guy. I've been posting on Instagram as I make them. So yeah, he eats legs. Good morning, guys. It is a rainy Thursday today. I'm just making my coffee. It's about 9:30 in the morning. I started off with laundry, so I'm gonna make my coffee now. I actually use a coffee press now because I made the mistake of buying ground coffee instead of like instant coffee, which is a stupid mistake to make, but at least I have like a ton of coffee to go through, so I don't have to worry about it. Let me show you the thing. So I'm wearing a more, you know, appropriate for the heat kind of outfit today. I bought this and I stupidly thought it was instant coffee because it was really cheap for the size, and I was like, oh, let's get that, and then it was ground coffee. So I'm just using a coffee press that I got from IKEA, which was a really cheap coffee press anyway, so it works out. I wanted a coffee press for a while, so I want it. Please don't get mad at me if I'm doing this coffee press wrong. I've been doing what I've been doing and it's been working out, so it's all good. I'm gonna put a little bit more water. While I let that sit, I am going to give you guys the update for today. I pretty much did what I said I would yesterday. I felted 3 things. Let me show you them. I know you saw them last night, but let me do like a little thing. So the first guy I made was my regular felt buddy, which I enjoy making. So I made this guy. He's gonna go up for sale. I want to do a bunch of them before I put them up on the store, so just watch out. Follow me on my store if you want updates on these guys. And then I wanted to try make a frog, but I ended up making a weird, like, I don't know if he's a lizard or something like that. He's still really cute. I might alter his eyes a little bit, make them a bit more, you know, slitted. This was the last one I made, and then this one was like an experiment. Like I said last night, I wanted to try it out, so I started it off as a pin, and then I was like, I'm gonna make a body, so I did. It's heavily based off of Kevin, my cat character, but I didn't want to do the spines on either side of his face, so I decided to just do this. This is not gonna go for sale, it's gonna go to a patron, so I need to make a couple more for the patrons. And yeah, I think pretty productive in terms of felting. I need to put a pin on this guy, and then I'm gonna make more of my regular felt buddies. I might do another pig and mouse and stuff like that, but yeah, they're gonna go on my ledge for now. Perfect.
Lies beyond all the time not knowing what awaits them is buckshot.
Okay, what about the pole?
Why, that barber's pole they
Why?
his pride and joy brought it.
Day mopping yesterday. Yeah, I've been reorganizing my stock. So since Kyla's been working for me, I've had to kind of reorganize some stuff because when you're just working for yourself in a room, you don't get in your way, and like efficiency is our totes and more postcard sets that I couldn't fit on the postcard shelf. But yeah, I'm really excited about the organization. I love it. Oh, and prints in these drawers, and they're all have little labels, so you probably can't see. But I have individual designs in each drawer. Bags. I'm gonna add some Seconds Mystery print packs to my new shop update. I mean, it's pretty locked and loaded in here.
Alright, it is now 5 o'clock on Thursday. I feel like today was alright. I've been feeling not burnt out. I just feel like I'm having an off day. Towards the end of yesterday, I was feeling that as well. It was just like I feel like I'm at that point again in like my art things where I feel like I'm just doing nothing of purpose. So I don't know, I just feel like that sometimes if I'm like not making enough sales or I just don't have any client work to work on. I just feel like what's the point? So I don't know how this vlog is gonna turn out. I don't even know if I'm gonna bring myself to edit it tonight and have it uploaded for Friday. I just feel like, again, this comes and goes. I just feel like I don't have a future in art. I know that's dramatic, but it comes back from time to time to me. So I do still really want to draw. I spent a lot of like a couple hours towards the end of the day today just like doodling stuff on paper. I'm gonna pull out my sketchbook maybe tonight. I'm gonna end the vlog here, I think. I'm gonna take a shower and kind of just do things. I don't know. I might not even end the vlog. I don't know. I might vlog until tomorrow and then he'll have something up on the weekend. I'm not sure yet. I don't know what it is. I just feel like that, and I feel like that sometimes, like I said. So I had a shower. I'm gonna tackle my laundry and then we'll see. It is 6:30 on Thursday and I'm just doodling because I feel like I need to do a little bit of this. I haven't done this in a long time where I just sat down and just doodled whatever or drew whatever and practiced. So that's what I'm doing, and I am really inspired by a bunch of different artists that I've been following who do a lot of like what's that artist? They do like Shel Silverstein, Carrascoet, and what's his name? Where are the wild things? Sendak art. Is that who I'm thinking about? Yes, Marie Sendak. I've been looking at their work. Like, it reminds me of that work, and I really would love to be able to do that kind of thing with watercolor. I'm doing my pencil crayon and stuff. Sorry, I'm not showing my face. I don't have makeup on, and I don't really feel like being on camera without any makeup on. But I really want to practice some loose, like I already try to have a lot of movement in my work, but I find that when I work with my pencil crayon and watercolor and pastel technique, it loses some of that movement, and I always want to be able to put that into my work. So I want to practice a lot more inking. I used to be so obsessed with inking way back when, and then I started getting into more traditional and more like textured mediums. So I want to kind of go back into inks and watercolors and practice that, just like get my line quality a bit better. I've been doing a lot of illustrations today. Where did I put this stuff? Well, I put it away because I cleaned up the studio a little bit, but I just want to be able to do that. And so I'm doing some sketching. I have that trouble again where I don't actually know what to draw, but I want to like practice this thing. So I'm gonna try and just draw and do that and kind of practice that a bit more so I can be a bit more flexible, because this style too is a lot faster than my watercolor, pencil crayon, and pastel technique, because that takes longer because of all the textures. So this it will allow me to finish the illustration faster and then move on into colors, if you know what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna try that for a bit in my work. So my Instagram account probably will change a little bit. I don't know. I'm just gonna try and balance everything. So every technique that I do, I want to do digital. I want to do my regular like pastel, pencil crayon, watercolor thing, and then I want to do my inks and watercolors. I want to do that. So I don't know if that makes any sense. end it for the night and just chill out. So this is a page of practice that I did. It's just kind of loosening up with the pen. I really like how she turned out. Obviously the watercolor is not the best on this paper. It's just a sketchbook that I got for Christmas. Yeah, this was my first drawing, which is based on Jimin from BTS when I was watching the Boy With Love video. He looks so good in that video. All of them look so good in that video, by the way. Anyway, so that was my first one, so you can see it's a little bit not the greatest in terms of proportion and stuff. So I warmed up with that, and then this was the next one. Really like how she turned out, and this was the third. I was watching Fancy by Twice on this, and there was a scene where they were on a roller coaster ride, and I copied that kind of arm up here, and the other arm holding the bar of the roller coaster. I think it was Twice, a K-pop band. I drew this again. I actually drew this guy earlier, which is really cute, so I wanted to draw it again. And then this one, you can see the watercolor kind of messed up. This one is kind of ugly. And then I moved on to a next page. I am going to draw on the other side. You can see I ripped it already here. But I'm not going to color these in. I just wanted to do some pen. Really, already by this point I had warmed up, so that's cute. I want to be able to do bigger scenes in this style, so that's what my goal is. I just don't know what to draw yet, like in terms of what scene. I want to be able to do the same thing I do with my other technique, with this technique, in terms of creating illustrations, like finalized illustrations. So anyway, that's just it. I'm gonna pull this out again when I am going to do more practicing. If you are curious, I'm using my favorite micron pen, and I'm using the 08 size. You can't see that, but it's the 08 size. Alright, so I'm gonna end my night. It is like 8 something, 8:30, and then I go back to work tomorrow. So obviously I don't think this vlog is gonna be up until later in the week. It's Saturday morning, 11:30. I'm editing the vlog because the vlog is gonna be late this week, but I was just editing the vlog. I'm kind of halfway through it, and I just got a notification on my Twitter that Scott McCloud retweeted and commented on Dental Plan. Wow! Oh my god, that's crazy. They followed me too. That's fucked up. If you don't know who Scott McCloud is, they're the person who did the book How to Do the Comics. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I don't usually react too much to like retweets and follows and stuff. I mean, like I think 2 weeks ago when Dental Plan was kind of getting a lot of likes and retweets, Jen Bartel also retweeted it, and no, she didn't retweet it. She said something. She was like, "Oh, this is great," and then I was like, "Thank you, Jen." And I think she followed me too. Hold on, let me check. I try not to let it get to me because it's like, oh, she follows me. Okay, so I thought I'd add this into the vlog. So I thought, why don't I show you guys the stuff that I bought at Desairs right here. It's an art store. Since our office moved, I'm no longer close to my favorite art store, which is Curry's. So I had to go to Desairs, which was the closest one to my office building. So I went there, I got this stuff, and it's not too exciting, but maybe some of you guys will be interested. Alright, so I got this first off. It was at the counter. It was like $1.50, so I got it. It's basically a pencil crayon, a really thick boy, that has you know, different colored lead in one. So it'd be really cool to write with and maybe use in my sketchbook. So I got one of these. And then I got my favorite pens that I've been using. I thought I'd get another one, which is the Pigma Micron 08. I got one of those. Well, I actually got two of those because I use them all the time. And I also got a 03 because Desairs doesn't actually carry my favorite my favorite Stabilo .88. So I was like, I'm gonna try this 03 micron because the size is fairly similar. I didn't bring an example with me, but pretty the same. And the advantage of the micron is that they are waterproof, while the Stabilo is not. Although I do like the tip of it. So I'm gonna see if this works for me, and if it does, that's great. If not, that sucks, but at least I tried it. I also got myself one of these. I know I have a bunch of these in my art supplies, but they're not Staedtler, so I don't know how strong they are compared to the Staedtler brand. I did look at like electrical sharpeners, so my process can be faster when I'm using my pencil crayons and they will not break as much, but it was like $34 and I was not ready to shell out that kind of money yet. So I decided to see if a smaller, more difficult sharpener will be easier for me to use and will lead to less breakage, because I'll probably have a bit more control with this. We'll see. It was like $2, so it's all good. And then I got myself another Staedtler eraser because I'm running out of my old one, so I got one of those. And then the rest are just pencil crayons or colored pencils from Prismacolor. I got a bunch of browns because I was running out of brown, so I got 2 chocolate colors. My favorite brown that is not a dark brown. It has a bit more red and more warmth to it. I got obviously a bunch of black Prismacolors. I got 2 burnt ochres, which is a nice reddish orangey brown. I got 2 different kinds of reds, one magenta, my favorite, and another crimson. And then I got a gray and a dark brown. So when I pick my colors, I try to stick to similar ones, and I don't find a lot of mid-tone colors or colors that I can actually just mix with my other colors, just to keep everything simple. And I don't like depending on certain art supplies. So if I'm like, oh no, I can't get this specific turquoise, yellow, peachy color, so I just try to rely on basic colors so I don't, you know, get sad when one gets discontinued. It's really weird. So I like to stick to like my basic art supplies and not. That's why I didn't really get into markers, because like I feel like I would need to buy so many different kind of colors to achieve colors that I want, even though I can probably do the same technique that I'm doing with my pencil crayons and not rely on mid-tone colors, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, that's all I got. Each Prismacolor is about $2, which is pretty expensive, but so I kind of racked up the bill for this. But at least I have all the basics I need, and I finally got myself a new eraser because this is actually my old one. So yeah, that's all I got. I did a lot of looking around at Desserts because I don't really go to a Dessert, so it was a nice, you know, place to kind of explore. I also got myself a, what do you call those, a rewards card, so I can collect points there, because now that's the closest art store to me. They had a bit more kind of like kid stuff. They also had a bunch more crafty stuff compared to Curry's, because Curry's is pretty much, you know, just like salt of the earth art supplies. But Desserts has a bit more, it's kind of like a Curry's and a Michael's together. But yeah, I find that their prices are a little bit more expensive because I guess they're less independent and they're more, you know, of a bigger chain than Curry's or Above Ground. But at least I have an art store that I can go to. So yeah, maybe I'll just finish up the vlog because you guys are probably waiting for this. So I will finish this up, upload it tonight. So hopefully it'll be up by Saturday night, and then I am going to stream tonight at around 8 or 9. I haven't decided yet, but I will be streaming and I will be continuing to work on my comic called A Garden View. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry if this vlog is a little bit weird, kind of a downer towards the end, but I do hope you enjoyed it, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the Twitch stream or in the next vlog.